Oh, hi there. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Welcome to the channel. I'm starting a bit early because I have, as I mentioned yesterday, an appointment today. Someone's going to come in and do something, repair something, and they're going to be here. I'll need to stop by around 11:30. So that gives us close to 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. And hopefully I can get some good games. Just going to play some Shogi Wars, sticking to 10 minutes. Let's try to make the 10 minutes work. If today is another bad day, maybe I'll just keep the 10 minutes out of the rotation again, just as I was doing last time. So let's begin. Nothing new. Podcast is out. If you haven't seen the podcast, please remember to check it out on my YouTube channel. It's called Shogi in the West. And let's begin.
あなたが後手です。
Okay, Shodan Yamanochi. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I wonder if this is the Shogi Club 24 player.
嬉野流
This is the player I've tried to challenge. I think I've played once maybe, but they don't respond many times anymore. I think Yamanochi was around 10 Q on Shogi Club 24. Wow. Hi, Atari. Interesting. No. Boy, oh boy.
叩きの歩
Okay, I'm still feeling good now. Now I'm feeling good. Do I have rook drop? He runs. Rook drop. He drops a bishop. Rook drop, he runs. I think he's got to run. Oh, no, a knight drop would have been better. No, it wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have. No, it wouldn't have. Emperor Rex, good day. Nice to see you over on YouTube. So if he runs, I take the rook. All right. You know, there's a fork here.
$7
All right, I walked into that one. Let's see. Can I drop my rook? I drop my rook. He brings his gold over. No. He brings the gold over. I get another fork. So I drop the rook. Okay. Do I have mate if I take? Or I just come up here. I come up, yeah, so let's bishop drop here. Do I have something better? Bishop drop. Bishop drop here, he runs. Bishop drop here. I think that gives me more flexibility. Atari has jumped up behind the TV. There's a TV in this room, and she's jumped up on there. She's trying to get attention. So if he comes back, I take. He takes. No. I promote, no. Because then he can run this way. So he runs, I drop a gold. And then I take... He runs down, I drop a gold. He comes down, I drop a gold. I bring my dragon. So I drop a gold, he comes down, I drop a gold, he comes here. Do I Sumero? Do I take, or I just take the bishop? And how do I take? How do I take the bishop? Once he, so I drop here. He runs down. No. He runs down, I drop, he comes over here. Which way do I take the gold? Or the bishop? Do I just take it with the rook? Yeah, I think I just take it with the rook. I take it with the rook and then free myself to come down this way and make another dragon. Hello, on YouTube? I believe that's Civ. If he runs this way, obviously I just take, and it's made. Well, it's going to be made, but yeah, I wouldn't have to drop a gold. So is there any way to get into this player card? I want to see if he is the Shogi Club 24 player. Because it's the same username as the Shogi Club 24 player that we see all the time. Yeah, so let's think. If he comes down here, I drop the gold. Well, you've come to love Japanese and Chinese chess thanks to me? Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for letting me know. That makes me feel really good. You know, I've streamed Chinese chess once, and, you know, I'm not very good. I'm intrigued by the game. But, you know, at some point I decided I just have to focus. I have to focus on one. So I'm focusing on Shogi. And so I'm there. But thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that was one of the goals when I started streaming. To just, give people try to share that love of shogi and that interest in shogi. Boy, we have dropped our Twitch viewers. We were up at 5. We still have no Twitch chat, but there were 5 viewers. Now it's down to 1. People don't like this. They are not a fan of this. The opponent not making a move. Sort of BMing. Very cool background. It's real. It's our back porch area, like our back there's a little deck area with some tables, and we occasionally sit out there, not so often, but you might see a periodic squirrel or bunny run across the stream every so often. It's nice back there. It's a little cold today, but it's nice.
All
right. That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay. Track it.
Win. Current streak is 1 win.
Let's try again. Is there no is the YouTube chat not showing? Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Is YouTube chat not showing? What am I doing? It'd be interesting if he drops a pawn again, because we have not been getting that a lot, and that would be 2 in a row. Okay. Yeah, most people do not drop that pawn. Bogeen. Fine. Totally fine. Werfeus, good to see you. Escaper should be publicly humiliated. It's all good. It's all good. Interesting. Is that a trapped rook? Is that a trapped rook? If I drop a pawn, now he comes over. So I drop a silver, he comes over here. Drop a pawn. No. Drop a silver here. So he could come, he can come over here. I push, he pushes. You know, I could have taken, take, and then go to the side. I could have, but I don't think I think I want more. I think I want a little more. He pushes. I come back. He comes over. I come back. Instant Miso, hello. Thank you for that. Interesting.
$7分
555 to 701. Okay. All right. Pawn. He takes silver up. He goes back. Silver up. He comes this way. Okay.
5分
Interesting position. Wow. Yep. So, drop the pawn or what? Do I drop the pawn? I take. And I drop the gold. I drop the gold. That might not be so good. It's good. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Do I drop my bishop here? Do I drop my bishop? Do I drop the bishop? Drop the bishop. He comes back. The silver is hanging. Wow. So bishop, I take a knight. What about this? What about I take here? Wow. Okay. That is a take.
$3分。
ありがとうございまし
将棋
た。
が強くて尊敬しちゃいます。
Okay.
Win. Current streak is 2 wins.
That interesting spot. Let me restart the YouTube chat. For some reason, it seems to have stopped. It stopped after Emperor Rex's message. Could it possibly stop with emojis? Could this be it? Could this be the thing that breaks that chat widget? I'm gonna test. So I'm going to test. Let me restart this cap chat, or not cap chat, but the, okay. So I'll say test YT. Or could it be certain usernames? Test again. Smiley. Like, did the... No, I don't... And now... okay. Test third. Okay, and now... I Dream of Shogi's worked. Hey, I Dream of Shogi. Good to see you. Hey, Fordu. Nice to see you, too. Okay, so that wasn't it. I suppose... Rico, great to see you. I think it's just random. I think I'm trying to find a reason. Exactly. Yeah, happy podcast day. Okay, so there's that, and now, like, could it be the username? Okay, all right, so that isn't it. That isn't it. Very strange. Very strange. You know why it happens? It's the most frustrating part of my streaming life is this chat widget and its periodic just stopping on YouTube. Like today it stopped really soon. The apostrophe, so, you know, Emperor Rex is on here every day, so I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. So I wanted to look to see. I feel like in that game I might have made a mistake here. Did that come through? Did that hand pink waving? Okay, I see hand pink waving. Rico is formulating a rebuttal to the podcast day. Indeed, indeed. I was. So, you know, when I think of the review and the PGA sort of discussion, I think of Tulip. Tulip is like one of those diehard PGA, long-lasting PGA players. Mellowmorphox, hello. Apostrophe catastrophe, exactly. I don't think so now. But, so the thing is, I don't know in the podcast if I was really formulating an idea. Was I? You know, I have my ideas, but I don't know if I was actually stating, like, making a premise. I don't think. I was trying to take both sides of that, trying to bring the good and the bad. You've got a lot of opinions about PGA that you wonder if you should save for your next episode. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. So I'm going to. I've been making notes of second podcast ideas, like, you know, notes of things to talk about on second podcasts. So I'll make that. You think I concluded with play and review with intention? Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was really it. You know, I certainly got in my little tidbits about how sometimes I don't enjoy review. But in not that this makes it correct, but there is so much belief across shogi and chess and Go circles, you know, these types of games, that you improve by playing and reviewing your games. You know, it's such a firmly held belief that reviewing your games is good, and so I have to believe that it's true. But I also do wonder, as I tried to get into, if it is the most efficient way. Like, is it more efficient to review than it is to just play some more games? Like, if I'm going to spend an hour reviewing, would 3 or 4 Shogi Wars games be better? Would I accelerate my growth faster? And I think it depends on the state that you're in of your growth, but the thing you'll say, Rico, is that A lot of people don't realize that reviewing your games is just as much a skill that has to be fostered, just like playing. Well, that's a great point. That's actually a really good point, and I wish I would have made that point. Yeah, it is absolutely a skill. Don't worry, you'll make it. No, I'm gonna edit the video. I'm gonna edit the podcast, and you're gonna see me like in different clothes all of a sudden, shoe wedged in there, and I'll just say, one thing I will say is that a lot of people don't realize that reviewing your games is just as much a skill as to be fostered as playing. Yes, Foradun, yes. I believe we learn more when we learn together. It's not about the review. It's not about the skill. It's about the friends we made along the way. And so... You also think not every review session should be one of those intense hour-long sessions. And I think that is a... I think I sort of said that. But when I was talking about how you can do them in bite-sized chunks. But I think that's sometimes like the 81 dojo fear, and the sometimes over the board fear, depending on who I'm playing, is like, I don't want this game to end because I know PGA is going to be starting. It's been the treasure all along. Werfeus is firmly in the playing more games is better camp. Yeah, 2-minute look over is sufficient. Yeah, I hear that a lot more these days from chess players than I used to on these podcasts. And it would seem to be that the young players that are growing extremely quickly in chess are sort of following that same tack, that same outlook. Maybe they're just playing. They're just having fun. But that's an extra variable of them being young. Hey, Magic Paste. How many games played to reach Shodan? How many games did I play? This is actually one of my podcast topic lists. I have podcast ideas. I have a list of podcast ideas that when I don't have an interview, I try to pull from. And, just in general, I think it depends. I think it depends. Like, there are a bunch of Shogi Harbor players who, they're like, I just started Shogi, and then 3 months later, they're 2 Dan. And so, like, if you want to use an engine, I think you can get there pretty quickly. Shots fired! Let's get the drama going. Some of these Shogi Harbor people, they're like, I just started Shogi. Next day, I just beat a 3 Dan. Look at me. And then after a month or so, you never hear from them again. To answer that question seriously, I have my I have this document where I started when I was at 2Q. So when I was at these are just Shogi Wars numbers. When I was at 2Q, when I was at 1Q, the various time controls when I hit Shodan, which was July 30th of this year, and I track these numbers. Actually, it's not showing up on stream. So here are my Shogi Wars. Is this showing up? So these are my Shogi Wars numbers of when I hit Shodan in July on 10-minute games. And these are my totals. I have probably I'd conservatively estimate that I've played between 400 and 500 games over the board, like in real life. So let's say we add 500 to these, and I have played 500 plus games at this time, probably around 500 games of Shogi Club 24, and like 150-ish games of 81 Dojo. So it's thousands. It's for me it's thousands. For me it was thousands. It looks like. Yeah, so at least probably at least 2,500 games. Oh no, this is just 10 minutes. So 2,500 games plus. Oh no. Okay, 884. Okay, I'm misreading my own stuff. 884 plus 606 plus 751. So that's what, 1,500. This is over 2,000. So this is. So let's say this is 2,200. So let's say at least 3,000 games. So let's say I've played 3,000 games of Shogi in total. If some of them more thoughtful than others, at least. And there's some I played on Lee Shogi, a batch. So for me, that was it. Rico, but back to the other. Rico, so you say most players, even at tournaments, won't mind if you aren't interested in a deep analysis, as long as you don't just get up and leave like Asuka. Yeah, at tournaments. Yeah, well, yeah, and I kind of have my ways to kind of get out of the PGA, sort of. Fordin, it took you think it took 7,000 games to get Shodan in all Shogi Wars categories. Okay, yeah, I am not there yet. So I'm going to guess it's going to be at least another 1,000 or 2,000 games until I get Shodan in 10-second and 3-minute. But I may never get it in 3-minute. Like I never thought I would get to 2Q in 3-minute, and somehow I hit 1Q. Just when I was on fire. Denny boarded first on. Hello. Yeah, you totally agree. You need to be more disciplined in going over your games, but going over long, painful losses is hard to be mentally strong for. Yeah, I think the hard, painful losses, it's hard to be mentally strong for, especially at that moment in time. Like, once the game closes, and, you know, you want to try to think about it there. And you get these biases, and it makes it tougher. Yeah, so Rico has played fewer games, but has done a ton of studying, and so included in my rank up or whatever was also a lot of study. You know, I'm still not great at Sume. You know, I'm still not as good at Sume as a lot of the viewers. Like a lot of the viewers are so much better than me. Like when I do those Sume or Storming the Mino Castle sessions on stream, like that's sort of why I don't do them so often, is because I feel like I'm so much slower than the people in the chat. Like it seems like the people in the chat get the answer pretty quickly, and then everyone's just waiting around for me to stumble into it and maybe even not even get it. I do think it's harder to solve while I'm on stream, you know, than when I'm watching. But yeah, it's a lot of study there. Hey, Nightwalker, nice to see you. So, all right, so that's that. All right. Yeah, the only way to get better at that is to do it. And that's like that's another thing that I would like sort of as a podcast topic, but I don't have enough material to make that last even probably half an hour. But like, what is it? How? And maybe no one has this answer. Maybe even neurologists don't have this answer. But like, what is the mechanism by which doing Tsume problems makes you better at Shogi? What is that mechanism? Is it like expanding your pattern recognition in your head? Is it expanding your vision of the board? Is it, you know, what makes essentially we'd have to know what makes the brain good at Shogi, and maybe that's just not something we can maybe that's just not something we can answer rigorously. So it's still kind of magical for us, like why some people get better faster, why some people take a long time. For you, the biggest time saver is getting a better hang of ignoring bad candidate moves. Such a big problem for me. It's such a big problem for me. It's something I guess I'll probably be trying to improve at for the rest of my life, I'm guessing. You know, and at some point, age-wise, like, I don't know if my improvement is going to stop. Maybe it will simply stop and I'll be simply trying to retain what I have. I don't know. But, yeah. Magic Base, you say for you, it is straight pattern recognition of patterns you study. So, but you get better at the... So one thing I've found, and I'm guessing you see the same thing, is that when I study Tsume or when I study Hishi problems, I feel like my calculation in mid-game, starts working better as well. I don't know if that's true, but it sure feels like it to me. Because, the kind of techniques you use in Tsume are sort of the kind of techniques you use to trap pieces or to set up tactics. And yeah. Speaking of study and pattern recognition, like I've said, that I think the thing that has accelerated my growth, I don't mean accelerated like I'm going so fast. Obviously, I'm very slow at getting better at this game compared to feels like almost everyone. But the thing that I think sort of jump-started a lot of mine is watching that Urashino Ryu channel every night for, I don't know how it was, a year. And I picked it up again, like I've said, I started at the beginning, now that he's no longer creating new videos. He has 8 years of videos to watch. But, I think the pattern recognition of seeing him play the same opening that I play over and over and over and over against positions that I see over and over and over. And I really think so, I don't know if this makes me better. I don't know if it makes me better. Or if it makes me... Am I improving? Or is my rank going up? Like, and I think those are separate things. So, watching Urashino Ryu channel videos, it's made me win more games. It's made my rank go up. But am I better? I don't know. Like, it depends on how you define better. Like, if you plot me in a Yagura game, if you make me play or let's say you just put me in a sprint position, or you put me, let's say you put me in a 4th Vile Rook, and I've got an Oniguma static Rook game. Let's say you put me in that. I'm going to be I feel like I will be significantly worse, which I think means I'm not good at Shogi, but I'm good at my Shogi. I don't know. I don't know. I dream of Shogi. You say watching good players play positions that are familiar to you helps a lot. Yeah. And this is basically chapter 0 of your video for how to get better at Shogi. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, Nightwalker, you started watching Tobey-chan. Yeah, I watched a bunch of Tobey-chan videos. Not a bunch. Some of them when I was a Nakabisha player. They didn't help me. So his videos did not help me because it felt to me like all the Nakabisha videos I was watching of his, they were Shogi Wars videos. And he'd make moves, he'd get into bad position, and then he'd just speed up and win the game. Like, I wasn't learning stuff from his. It was weird. It was weird. Because he's playing great players on Shogi Wars. You know, that's the thing. You know, when these guys are 5, 6, 7 down or whatever, you know, they're playing great players. So Rico, you say, oh wait, first before this, Danny Buddha first down, you said calculation and visualization tends to plateau after a certain point. You got to 53 on survival puzzle rush, but you're never able to get 60 plus like the master players. You mean puzzle rush, like survival puzzle rush on the chess or chess.com? Because I think I've been high 40s on both of those. And you know, so chess wise, I think I've if you look at my chess career, which I don't have one, but like I've gotten some good wins, you know, under my belt. You know, I don't really play chess. I don't play chess online almost ever. But like Rico, I studied chess a lot. Like I read chess books. I did I've done a bazillion chess puzzles, mate puzzles, middle game puzzles, tactics puzzles. I just, you know, I love it. I still do it. So there's something appealing to me really a lot about the chess geometry, and I like those puzzles. So I came in through the Rico way, studying, watching. I still watch a lot of chess, studying chess, watching chess, doing puzzles, and then you know when I did occasionally go to a club, like the few times I went to a club, I got some big wins and some big draws. Anyway. So you think when your rating goes up, it means you're better. So you think, yeah, I think I agree. I think they're not, I think they tend together. You know, they go together. They're not necessarily the same. I think they're not necessarily the same thing, like the rank up and the improvement, but I think they move in parallel. And sometimes you can be improving. And this is a common refrain on a bunch of chess podcasts, especially with the problem of rank deflation, rating deflation that they have right now all over the world and in the United States especially, where you're getting better, but your rating is going down. And you know, that's a demoralizing thing. That's absolutely, I think, for a lot of people. It would probably be for me too. Nightwalker, you say maybe because I don't understand Japanese, he explains a lot. Maybe. I you know, I don't know. He's just not for me. You know, everyone's type. Everyone has someone for them. Like some people love Gotham chess. Some people like John Bartholomew. You know, I'm on the John Bartholomew side, or I'm on the on the Daniel Naroditsky side, and yeah. I'm going to show you. Say the first thing you need to do when trying to improve is decide how you're going to measure progress. Yeah, and that's why I've always used rating as that. Like that is my way. That at least it's not perfect. It's not perfect. Not perfect by any means. But I thought I'm going to use my Shogi Wars rating as my bar. Like this is my way to show that to prove to myself that I'm getting better and that what I'm doing is effective. Spinal Tap Chess, I'm not sure if I actually greeted you in my mind or in words, but greetings. Hello, hope you're having a great day. Rico, you say, so back to this. There was a Shogi streamer years ago who was doing Tsume once, and you were shocked that he had to go through literally every variation because he hadn't thought about how you don't do that anymore. Yeah. Well, so the for Tsume, I think eventually that's what I have to do. Eventually, like if I'm faced with a tough problem, you know, my pattern match hits a bunch of things. So I get my candidate moves. And I'll get my candidate move, and I'll play through a bunch of variations and basically disprove it. And then the next candidate move, disprove it. And let's say I'm out of candidate moves, or I've exhausted what I think. And then I go do, you know, I revert to just brute force, where it's okay. What is every first check? Every first check, and now every second check, and you know that obviously, especially as the problem gets longer, could fractal out into like a bazillion variations, and those take me just so long. And the hope, you know, when I'm doing it that way is that sometimes, like, so I start going through brute forcing the problem. After I can't find the solution, I start brute forcing. And then sometimes the light bulb goes off. It's like, oh, there's this other move. And let me try that. And sometimes it'll work. Otherwise, I'll just go back into my brute force. But it's tough. And I think that's why I'm slow. I am slow in Byoyomi, because I sometimes have to do that. Early on, Fordoon, you studied plenty, but you don't think you put any effort into PGA before joining Shogi Harbor's Discord. That makes sense, because a lot of people in Shogi Harbor are adamant about the power, or the enjoyment of PGA, and I think a lot of people. This is not a criticism. This is not a criticism. This is not. I'm not trying to make a shot, and it's not a criticism per se. It's certainly not a personal attack that I'm making right now. But my take has been, and this is not about just shogi. This has also been like in some fighting game discords that I've been in, or some other game discords. There are a lot of people who like to talk about the game more than they like to play it, and those naturally are the kind of people that tend towards the Discord, and they're the ones talking a lot on the Discord. And so I think sometimes those types of people are also the type of people who would prefer to do PGA a lot more, because they don't necessarily like the game so much. A lot of people, and it's fair, they might not actually like shogi all that much. Like, when I was playing Go way back in the day, I came to a point where I realized I really don't enjoy this game very much. I love the idea of the game. I love talking about the game, but I don't like playing the game. And so I'd be sitting on KGS chatting about Go, watching other people play Go, and stuff like that. And much in the same way that people do that with Discord now. And so that's why I had left the Discord a while, because I don't want to let myself get into that habit of talking too much. I say, as I've played 2 games today and have been talking now for like 35 minutes, but yeah, Dream Shogi and Nightwalker are talking about 81 Dojo. That was the thing. The problem with 81 Dojo rating is that you can choose your opponent, and so the thing is, 81 Dojo always was my rating to me, until I started ranking up. And once I started ranking up, I saw how I was ranking up. I was gaming the system. I was picking opponents who played openings, using their metrics, playing openings that I thought I could win against. I was picking lower level players who looked like they might have been at a peak of their rating. I was gaming the system. I was trying to rank up, and I did. And that's how I hit Shodan. I hit Shodan pretty early on 81 Dojo, in large part because of the fact that there's no matchmaking. And I might have honestly been 2Q 81 Dojo level when I hit Shodan on 81 Dojo. Or 1Q. I don't think that I was deserved it. And then the 2-dan rank up happened on 81 Dojo by complete fluke. Complete fluke. So I did not try to rank up to 2 Dan on 81 Dojo. I played when I only played when I was feeling great, sort of like 2 weeks ago type thing. My opponents threw some games. My opponents had like crushing positions. My stronger opponents had crushing positions against me. And yet they crumbled. They crumbled at some point. I got some lucky games. And the volatility is pretty high on 81 Dojo. Like, you'll see people who will fluctuate between 1Q and 2 Dan there, I think, pretty regularly. Because you only need to win a few games to rank up. At least until you hit 2 Dan, you only need to win a few games to rank up. And you only need to lose a few games to rank down. But, so the 81 Dojo 2 Dan was a fluke. And I still feel like that's bad. Like, I have seriously contemplated a couple times going in and being like, all right, let me just lose this rating. Let me just go in. I'm going to play. Obviously, I'm going to play my best. And if I keep it, great. But if I lose, I'll go back to what I deserve, which is, in my mind at this point, Shodan on 81 Dojo. So I don't know. But yeah, I agree with Shogi. You think the most objective metric in Shogi is Shogi Wars 10-minute. I still think it is. As much as I love 10 second on Shogi Wars, and I think an argument can be made that 10 second is a better metric. I think most people would agree, and in the end of the day, I probably would, that 10 minutes is the best. The dirty flag aspect is a real problem. Like, for me especially, it's a real problem because I have severe difficulty playing these games when I'm under 4 minutes or under 3 minutes. So it's a little less for me, but yeah. Oh yeah, and on 81 Dojo, you can also do stupid things to manipulate your ratings when you're close to promotion. Yes. Yep. Totally. Yeah, because you're either gonna hit the ceiling or you're gonna hit the bottom. So you can play someone a bazillion ranks below you as long as they're like 100, within 200 points of the rating to rank up. And you can play someone super strong. Like, this is how I got the Menjo certificate as well. How I got my 10. The Menjo certificate requirements are that you have to have, I think, 10. You have to play 10 rated games without getting into the demotion zone. So I played like 5 and 6 Dons. I played some 5 and 6 Dons and some 2 and 3 Dons, and I won some games. Like don't get me wrong, I did win some games, but like I was totally gaming that just to not rank down. But it's more important to commit to a metric than to pick the best one. 1,000% agree. Rico, you say it's hard to self-judge, but you think I've grown significantly since you started watching. Yeah, I think so as well. Like, I see my results. Like, especially over the board, and how I play against a player who I know is a lot better than I am, and has, his own set of results. So it's like, you could sort of measure, it might be hard to measure yourself, but you can see how you're doing relative to others who you can see are improving, have sort of demonstrably proved their growth. So, yeah. And then you say the reason you don't feel like you're getting better is because you're getting better. You now have a better sense of what you don't know. I think that's true. I think when unexpected things happen as well, I don't fall prey to them just as much. I think I am much more resilient than I used to be. So I have, and these are the things that add up to wins, especially like on 81 Dojo or on Shogi Club 24. But like, these are the things that add up to wins. It's being resilient And like winning a few of the games where you're down, like if let's say if I'm down, if I'm losing in 10 games, in the old days, maybe I win one of those games. If I'm now winning 2 or 3 or 4 of those games where I'm down, let's say I'm winning 3 games where I'm losing. These, like if I win 3 out of 10 or I win 2 out of 10 versus 0 out of 10 or 1 out of 10, like it's I'm still losing a lot, but that's ratings wise, that would be propping me up. Danny Boy the first time. It's like the track and field coach said, we can make you faster, not necessarily fast. Some is genetic and then progress is slow. Yeah, and it's the same thing with Shogi. For me anyway. You think Danny Boy also that the other skills come a lot faster than calculation? Oh, time management, positional understanding. Yeah. I'm not sure which of mine is improving better though. I almost feel like my calculation is improving more than my time management and my positional understanding. Although it's hard to say. Spinal Tap, you would do anything not to play it to Shogi. Oh no. So oh no. That's you with Shogi. So when I was talking about Go. Really? I don't know. Are you joking? Fordun, yeah. You say you think you can game the system by playing stronger players. Yeah. And you see on 81 Dojo, there are some players who are very strong, and like Benjamin, who I interviewed, on the podcast. Their win rate's abysmal. Their win rate is just terrible. But that takes a certain type of personality, I think. I think that takes a certain type of personality. I don't know if I have that in me to play and only win. Well, let me finish my thought. I was going to say, I don't know if I have it in me to play and only win 20% of my games or 30% of my games. But as I was saying that, I realized at the Sunday club that I go to, I've been going now for over 3 years now, every week. As I've said before, I don't think I win 15% of those games. It's maybe 10 to 15, maybe 10 to 20% of those games. So I'm losing most of my games, and I'm loving it. So maybe I'm gaming the system, just kind of not online. I'm doing it offline. All right. Well, I'm gonna take a. I'm out of water. I don't want to get this throat going, so I'm gonna be right back. I'll just take a quick break here, refill this tea, refill the water, and be right back. I didn't have my hot water ready. Oh well. Oh well. One thing I want to go back. I said I want to go back and look at that Yamanouchi to see if it is the Shogi Club 24 player. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Game results. Oh, it doesn't say. Oh, so he didn't do it. He didn't do it. Oh well. Okay. So let's go. Let's go. Hopefully after all that talking, my brain is playable. Tetumale, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Hey, Kojiro. Yeah, there was a lot of talk. We had a lot of good discussion. There it is. Okay. I'll come up. I'll come up. Wow. Let's get this king over. Let's get this king happy and healthy. Let's get this king happy and healthy. He's one move too slow now because he's making his Anaguma. So which way? I take with this one? He's thinking about resigning. He's thinking about it. Should I just take? Should I just take? No. No, no, no. Wow. Wow. Hey, Gust One. He's flailing. He is definitely flailing. Wow. I don't think that was good. I don't think that was good. That's nice. Okay, okay. Interesting. Wow. I have no pawns. Whew. He's got no pawns now. He's got a gold and no pawns. Should I come up? Yeah, let's come up.
7分
Okay, so where's my attack coming? Where? Drop a lance back here. What can I do? Here. Bishop here. $5.24. How do I defend here?
5分
5 All right.
Kaっこいい.
Arigatou gozaimashita. I know nothing about Shogi. I know nothing about
Win.
Shogi.
Current
Danger Sid,
state
hello,
is 3
hello.
wins.
How was that attack so fast? How? My heart is going. My heart's going. How was that attack so fast? How did he get one move away? So we got the Koshiro trap. Fast but ineffective? He was one move. I was in Hishi, right? He just needed one more move. Okay, so it was. Why is 6-9 so much better than 8-9? Nice. Oh, because the pawn drop. Because the pawn drop here. Ah. Okay. A lot of chess players here. Now, I hard disagree, Nightwalker. Hard disagree. Hard disagree. I have to keep the pace going, otherwise I'm going to flag. And once time becomes a problem in these games, then I'm done for the day. It's a real thing with 10-second games or 10-minute games. Yeah, YouTube chat is not showing again. Again. This is the second time now today. Let me restart it. Wait, he was 5 moves away? Okay, so let's look at that first. So first, let's look at that. Let's look at that ending there. Why are my key bindings not working? Shogi, please. Shogi, please. Let me just restart it. And I'll add this to my study. Okay. All right, maybe he doesn't have Tsume. Maybe he doesn't. So Koshiro, that's you say my king was safe because he didn't have resources. That's what I thought. So that's what I thought this whole game, that I didn't have to defend, I didn't have to do anything. I thought, he has no resources, he has no pieces to be able to attack me. But then all of a sudden it felt like he did. But maybe I guess he didn't. But I was also afraid that once I give him resources, obviously I'm going to have to give resources. I thought that was going to potentially be scary. And yeah, Danger King. Yeah. So what I play is Urashino Ryu and Torizashi. So my castle is a little less than some others. In this case, like in the case of this game, my opponent broke down my castle because like he gave me a bazillion pieces. He gave me a lot of pieces. He gave me a lot of pieces in exchange for making an attack. I should exhaust his attack before I go for the king. It felt like there was no way to exhaust it. So like here. So let's say here. So let's say here. Is the lance good? Okay, the knight and the lance. Okay, those were the best moves. So I did fine. Like this was right. It's already exhausted, you think? I could pass a turn and still be totally winning. Yeah, that's so yeah. Like if I just do this, you know, it's still over. Yeah, he should drop this knight here. Hmm. Yeah. Is there all right, so let's go more to the beginning. Let's go more to the beginning. So opponent should have resigned here. Should have resigned here. Yeah, the game's over. As far as I'm concerned, the game is over. The rook has been captured. The opponent should be resigning, but they didn't. Maybe they don't know this rule. This is this is one of the shogi proverbs. If you lose your rook, just resign. And some people don't like the proverbs. How important is a material advantage in shogi generally? I'd have to defer to other people in the chat on this. I don't think of it as... I think I underestimate. I think right now... I think right now I am at the stage where I am underestimating how important material advantage is. I think I started overestimating it. And then I think I've knee-jerked trying to go in the other direction. I don't know. Yeah, what I dream of shogi says is the truth. Yeah, it's still important, but it's not fatal like it is in most cases for chess. There's so many opportunities to come back, and you often have to sacrifice material to make your mate. Yeah, this game was a fast attack versus Anaguma, or well, he didn't get a chance really to make it very well, but it was that sort of classic. Koshiro saying piece position is as important as material. Yeah, that's key. To have your pieces be active and not to be what are they called? Asobi? What are pieces that are not doing anything? That are sort of, or is that free pieces? Like these pieces that can be taken. Asobi? Asobi Goma. Bums. Yeah, they're bums. That's what we call them. Bums. The pieces that aren't doing anything. Okay, so this was correct. Ah. Engine likes 5-2. It also likes 9-2. But take was bad. Take was bad. Take was bad. So if we come over, we have to take with the bishop because then the silver could drop. Right? Oh no. We need the bishop so that we can defend here. Ah. Anything else looks like it's a huge mistake. Okay. If he does this, we just come back. What if he promotes? We just take. I see. Okay. Oh, that ends none of that works. None of that is 8-3. Yeah, 8-3 was also good. 8-3 was also good. And again, take with the bishop. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I didn't do that. But it was still fine. It was still fine. Wait. 9-6 is so much better than... Okay, anyway. Could have come over here. A3. So the number one move is this, then this, then this. Also coming back. Okay, I like... Well, I don't like that as much, because then he still promotes. Huh. All right. Still fine. Still fine. You think it likes 9-6? It wants to go to 6-6? Oh, that would be interesting. That would make sense. That would make sense. It's attacking and defending. Okay. Okay, so I didn't really make... I mean, I didn't make any catastrophic mistakes yet. This one's not good. Four, 1. Okay. Okay. So 4-1, I guess, ends every threat. One also pushing. Dropping the silver. Well, I considered dropping the silver, but that I just expected he would come in here. All right. Okay, so it was fine. So it was all fine. There was never a point in which I was even after winning the game. After winning the game by taking the rook, there was never a point that I let down. But this move was just bad. Why? Why is this so bad? Because of what happened. Because of what happened. I don't understand why this is good. Why this is good. Or why 4-4 bishop is good. Oh, 4-4 so that we can drop the knight here. Oh, not there. Not there. So if I do this, the opponent does this. 7-6 dragon. Yeah, and that just ends all that. That ends all that. That's I think that's the key. Okay, so that ends all that. So take. I want to do that again. So instead of dropping the knight, I drop the silver. He comes over. Whatever, we do this. He takes. I take. maybe he would do this more. Okay. Dragon 9/6 is much better because after 6/6, you also get access to the edge attack. Oh. Yeah, in any knowledge of Japanese necessary. Yeah, not necessarily, as Adrian Shogi says, not necessarily, but undoubtedly very helpful. Absolutely. Yeah, you'll find that with books. There are a number of English language shogi books and resources out there. Let me just shill the podcast. I've got this. I don't know if you've seen, but I have a podcast, and one of them is shogi books in English. So let me. So there's that. There's also in terms of learning, which talks about the sites to play on and how to register for them. This is a nice resource. Makemashita would also be important in the beginning. Yeah, it will. Mr. Randir, hello. Nice to see you. It will be very important in the beginning. There is also, Koshiro's here. You know, when Koshiro, what is the saying? I don't know. I was gonna try to make a when don't stop a knockin'. I was trying to make one of those references. Like when Koshiro's here, don't stop a knockin'. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means now. Speaking of Koshiro, I saw a post on Shogi Brazil channel today, and let me get it out, just in case anyone is. This is not Shogi Brazil. This is Chunichi Shogi. This is the color was the same, and my screen my resolution is so high on this that it's hard to tell. So there's Shogi Brazil. And let me see if I can share this. I don't want to report it. Let's share it. It's a link to. I'll bring it up. Do it in incognito mode. And how am I going to fill this in? So 19 hours ago. Okay, so it was yesterday. I thought it was today. But anyway, the Saikyo-sen, announcement of the Saikyo-sen. And there's also a before that where he speaks about it. Read more. I'm surprised this doesn't let me translate. It says, hey everyone, just dropping by to invite you to our 38th Saikyo-sen online shogi tournament for players of all levels. Registration is free and matches will take place on the 81 Dojo website/app. There will be 5 rounds in a Swiss system, and then the top 4 will compete in the semifinals, followed by the finals and a match for 3rd place. There will be invited foreign players participating. Registration and more information at the link. Very interesting. Last one, I think, was it last one that that Muse and Noah played? Was it Has it already been a year since the Psycho-Sen with Muse? And that feels impossible. Time has flown by. It's already been a year. That was... I still don't know how Koshiro won that game against Noah. I still do not know how Koshiro won that game. Amazing! It was so amazing. It was a great game, and I'd have to look at it again. I would like to look at it again, just refresh my memory. Is there is there a link at all to yeah, hashtag don't resign. Yeah, exactly. Is there let's see, link tree to Psycho-Sen 2025. Kyo-Sen 2025. Okay, I typed it wrong. Psycho-Sen. Is there history? I want to see historic. I want to see historic. I want to see the list of winners of past history. Okay, it's not. I was hoping to see like the historic winners. Is this rules? No, inscrete. Wait. And results? Oh, okay. This was the results just of last year. And this was... Oh, okay. All right. Anyway, give that a shot. Definitely give that a shot. Okay. All right, let's... My pleasure. I can't wait. So even if I can't play and even if I can't watch live, I am looking forward to watching after. It's either must play or must watch stuff, the Brazil events. And I still have never played in one of the 81 Dojo events. I've played on I think 2 of the Brazil Lee Shogi events. I have still never played on the 81 Dojo events. One of them we had the flooding in the house, right behind me, and I can't remember what happened at the other one. It just seems like the scheduling for these never quite, except for that one where the flooding happened. Have I ever played in one of the TT series? No. So the thing that I won't play in events where you have to schedule your matches. I'm a weenie. It's just it is what it is. I really despise that part of playing, or like those events where you have to schedule with your opponents. So one of the great things about the Brazil events, the Brazil online events, at least as far as I'm concerned, is that there's an explicit time. There's a time, you play your round, and then you win, you play the next round. Everyone is playing at the same time. So it's a real-time tournament. And so like TT and WSL, things like that, they're just they're not real time. You sort of have to schedule your games. And I had such a bad experience doing that when I was playing Go, ages ago. I was playing in a Go ladder, and it just became such a chore to try to schedule games with overwhelmingly European opponents. I was living in Chicago at that time, and my opponents were in, a lot of times were in Europe, and it never worked out. It was just always back and forth. It never was easy, and I always was the one that tried to make it easier for the opponent. So I'd be ending up at real bad times for me. And it just became, I think I said this in my first stream, it became such a chore for me that it made me dread playing Go. And I told myself, when I play Shogi, I am like that memory still looms so large in my sort of life that I decided, if I'm going to play Shogi, I am not going to do anything that makes me dread playing Shogi, so that I keep playing, keep enjoying it, keep the fun going. Because that experience when I had to schedule games, it just made me dread playing Go. And I realized this is unique to me. Like, I'm paperwork and scheduling. Like, these are things that just, for whatever reason, they just live on my back. If I've got to schedule something, or if I've got some paperwork to do, that task will live on my back and just cause me grief until I've done it. And I'm weird that way. I'm weird that way. So that's a long way to say no, I have not. All right. What next? What next? Oh, I did want to look to see what if he dropped that knight. So I wanted to think about this. So, like, what are we looking for here? Just this is a 10-minute game. This is a 10-minute game, and I feel like I may have taken a lot of time. If this happened, I feel like I might have wasted a lot of time here. The things I'm seeing are bishop drop here just to try to take these guys. I don't think I want to risk giving I don't think I want to risk giving them a rook at any point. He has no pawns, but I don't want to... Do I want to open this file? Yeah, maybe. Would I bring the dragon in? It feels, you know, I'm embarrassed and a little sheepish to even be reviewing this position. But I feel like this is a position. I feel like this is a position I can lose. It feels like this is a position that I have lost. You say dragon 8/8 is Sumero? So if if dragon 8/8 and it's my move, take? No, I can't take. I can't take. Wait. So let's say they. So let's say I do this. He pushes up. Just wastes a move. I take. He takes. Take. 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 Drop the knight. He comes up. Gold drop. He comes up. Horse. Okay, so yeah, so this would be. Wait. Is this, yeah, this will be enough. This will be enough. Wait, will it? Hold on. Hold on. Like that. It's easy. It's easy. It's that easy. It's that easy. Wait, was there faster? So this is where this is the type of game where I'd see, like, I have to have mate, and I would do that, and then I'd run out with one move. I'd run out with one move. Yloigh. Well, it's that easy. Wait, so I come up. And now I have to decide. Now I have to decide, can I live? Take. And yeah, I guess I do live. I still live. There's still no mate, right? I'm going to turn on the engine. I'm going to say I'm going to do this. Oh, okay. This is faster. This is faster. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, so he wouldn't do that. He would do this. He would do this. He can't. He can no longer take because we've got this. And that's it. There's nothing. There's no. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay. Just check and chase. It is the dream. It is my dream. It's, I'm a man with a dream. Right, so yeah, it was after this. Oh, and 88 is the one. It's calling it Mate in 23. Obviously not Sumero. It also has 98. Huh. Oh no, 98. 98 is not 88. 98. I was thinking of Bishop as well. Is Bishop 6? Is this bad? Oh gosh. I mean, it's still winning, but it's not like. Oh, it would just force him. It forces him to do what he wants to do. We still have to do this. Okay. All right. Nice to see you. Oh gosh, what is let 1 second. It's killing me. It's killing me that I can never remember how to pronounce this. It's killing me that I can never remember. Taihen Dekimashita. What is it? Wait, is it Taihen Dek? No. Taihen Maku Deshi. Now I can't remember. Now I can't pronounce it. Taihen. That's Maku or Yoku. Taihen Yoku. Dekshimashita. No, you don't feel sorry about your name. It's my incompetence that I can't read this. I can't believe I can't read this. Is it Taihen Yoku Dekimashita? Yes. Taihen Yoku Dekimashita. Okay, I think that's it. I'm sorry. All right. Well, let's get another game. So it's a good day. Three games so far. 3 games, 3 wins, and let's get in there. Time check. It's 11:30. This is when I said I had to go. So this is why I started the stream early today. As I mentioned earlier, we have someone coming into the house to do some repair. So 11:30 was going to be my cutoff. So we're there. I'm sorry that it can't be a longer stream today. If they're done quickly, maybe I'll come on later. But these guys have never been quick in the past, so I don't hold out much hope. But anyway, at least I got the stream in. It's going to be similar tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll probably start early and end even earlier because there's a different group of people are coming in even earlier than today. So that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the help. Thank you for all the great, fun discussion. Please check out the podcast if you haven't, and have a great remainder of the day. Take care. Bye.